Right in the heart of a silver bullet.
Yeah. I think they plotting on man. Don't wipe their feet when they enter the L.A.R. I feel a cold stare.
I don't know why I'm racist. My generation of white American men were told that the last 80 years were a problem. People who looked like us, that lived like us, they were the problem. And that we all needed to get past racism together. And that if we could pull it off, if we could get past racism, if we could learn to live in a colorblind society, that things would be better for all of us. And so we were the first generation raised with a truly post-racial mindset. And as we started to reach adulthood, we walked out, put our hand forward to shake the hands of every other race, of every other group, of every other religion, and were immediately sucker punched by reality. Everybody else made it clear that no, they're not striving for a post-racial society. They want to fight over our corpse. They didn't want equality, they wanted our stuff. Right now, to be a white man in America, you have to be out loud, expressly okay with the idea that in 50 years, your entire lineage, your entire bloodline, your entire cultural history won't exist anymore. I'm not gonna apologize for the achievements of my ancestors. I'm not gonna apologize because my people built a better world than yours. We took a land made of stick huts and bison chasers and turned it into the country that put a man on the fucking moon in less than 200 years. We made everything that these people are fleeing their homelands of thousands of years to come and deliver DoorDash to. Fuck you. Fuck everything that you say about us.
What's happening, man? This is a video about like the MAGA marshmallows. All of these fat marshmallows who are angry at the world, and they're hypocrites, and they full of it. And I'm gonna say a few things about people with this mentality. First of all, it's enabled. You know, white America has had this mentalities and these marshmallows for years. So that's one thing. Usually these are guys who are losers, and racism is the only thing that they got left to feel important or to feel like they've done something with their lives. You know, and then it spills into the politics, and then when the politics fail, then we got to lean on God and religion and, oh, Jesus, and Jesus is Lord and Christ is King and blah, blah, blah. And I'm a Christian. It's all a scam. And for this young fat dude, we were the first post-racial generation. Whose fault is that? You're the first post-racial generation, but you wound up being a racist. So obviously it didn't work. Obviously, your concepts of being post-racial ain't work, right? And whose fault is that? That's your community. That's your problem. Racism is not is a European problem, and you know, white American problem. White Canadian is a global white problem, and that concept that I don't understand the concept of, oh, we get to be degenerates and liars and thieves and murderers and, you know, everything debaucherous. But oh, guess what? We just woke up today and say, it's over. See, we said it's over. Now we're all good, everybody. And people are supposed to look at you like, yeah, okay. All right. And now it's all. But what happens when next week you change your mind and you get back to the bull? We're not going to do that. 1 week later, back to the bull. That's like, I was having a discussion last night about, you know, somebody talking about can white people and black people come together and why are we divided in America? And I was like, listen, truth is white people have a pattern recognition problem. Yeah, and generally, white people do dirt. They do unscrupulous things. They cover it up. And then when everybody sees it and they go, oh, nothing to see here. Let's move on. That was just that. And then We go at it again and again and again and again. It's the same process. And then one day people wake up and go, I'm not, I don't, no, I don't need to be around you. You're a problem. Why am I a problem? What is wrong? You're being a racist. It's like, whatever. And I was telling the people, I said, yeah, you could take black people out of this equation. Look how white people are with kids. From, the Greeks to the Romans to the Catholic Church to now with these just guys who just have this thing for kids, all the way to the Epstein thing. It's the same problem. We're gonna do this dirt. We're gonna cover it up. Everybody saw it, but we're gonna act like it doesn't exist. And it just and instead of doing it this way, we're gonna do it that way now. And then we get caught up, we're gonna do it that way now. It's the same bad behavior over and over and over again. You just took the, well, guess what? Like you're in school. We took that bad behavior out of English class and now we took it to math. And then we took it, to art. And then we took it to gym. And then we took it to science. And then we took it, it's like, okay. Then we took it to social studies. It's like, so, but it's different. See, it's different. Every time we went to a different class, it was completely different. Just because it's the same behavior, if we put it in a different classroom, that makes it different. It's like, yeah, okay. Right. That's what we're doing. Mm-hmm. And this concept of, taking credit for, you want to take credit for criminal behavior because, hey, we wound up being rich, being devilish criminals. I'm so proud of my ancestors. And then with all of that being said, you wind up just basically being Vanderbilts. All of the death and destruction and theft, you wind up being Vanderbilts. And some of y'all don't realize what Vanderbilts is, so I'll explain it to you. A rich family, the University of Vanderbilt, they made a lot of money. So when it was time to pass it down to the next generations, they just blew all the money and wound up broke in a few generations. That's all, white America basically is Vanderbilts. And now that you've run out of money, you're preying on our downfall. Your downfall is your problem. Is your fault. It was not a DEI problem. It's not a black fatigue problem. It's not an immigration problem. It's not, a God problem. It's not everybody's lazy and you're a hardworking problem. It's a you problem. You stole hundreds of years of a head start on the world and you blew it. And now you're mad that people go, yeah, you blew it. It is what it is. But, I got to be racist about it. Whatever. It's not going to change the facts. It's not going to, because what it looks like is this concept of we're going to hark back onto racism. We're going to get the illegal immigrants out. We're going to mess with the actual legal immigrants now. And we're going to get back to a white country. Then hopefully, we're so broke, we can reverse this back into slavery to get our money back right and feel important again. It's like, oh, okay, y'all going to lose horribly. Your arrogance is going to make you lose horribly. A bunch of marshmallows. We're gonna take back. Okay, you're gonna take. Okay. With your high blood pressure and your obesity. Yeah, we're gonna take it back. We're gonna take back America, but not in the summertime because it's hot and I just can't take it, and not in the spring either because it's that kind of hot. We're gonna take it over in the winter. Oh man, in the night of winter because it's the most advantageous for us. Because I got asthma. I got asthma. And we can do it. In 30 days of winter, 30 nights back to back. We're gonna put a monopoly on all the asthma pumps so we can make it. It's like, oh, okay. Right. And this whole, concept is global, man. You went to Australia, you met, and stole from them. You did it in Asia, you stole in Africa, Central South America, pretty much every island on the planet. Of course, North America, Hawaii. You get what I'm saying? And then it's like, we don't know what else to steal. You ain't got nothing left. We're proud, okay, but we're broke. How can we fix it? Not. I mean, how did you get yourself in this predicament in the first place? We're smart and we're hardworking. And the government's debt don't say that. The formation of how America was founded and how pretty much all of these quote unquote colonies and countries were founded is not built on hard work and ingenuity. It's built on, murder and mayhem. If we kill everybody and take all of their stuff, we're gonna be on top. It's like, that's what you had to do. Okay. I was talking, like, part of that conversation I was having with these people. I asked the question. I was like, so what positive things have white people brought that really helped black people? And the guy was like, they gave you everything. They gave you rights. You can talk because of white people. I was like, oh, so let me get this right. You said a group of people basically took another group of people's God-given rights, and now we wrote them on a piece of paper and gave them back to you the way we wanted. You owe us for that. It's like, y'all are crazy. Y'all out of your mind, man. That's because God told us about manifest destiny. God didn't tell you that. God didn't tell you that. Ain't nothing in that Bible that y'all been doing globally. It was a sign from God. God was like, yeah, this is what you do. I am God. Go kill all them people. Enslave them people over there. Yeah. Go steal everything. Yeah. Go sabotage multiple generations for your benefit. That's what. Yeah. Yes, I am God. I told you to do it. You see that girl crying over there? Take her into your shit and have your way with her. Yeah, that's what God said. Yeah. You see those people over there that are doing great? Go be friends with them. And then when they go to sleep, kill them. Yeah, God said that. Get these people to do all the work, to build everything because you can't do it and you're too lazy to do it. Because God said it. And it's like, oh my God, man. Y'all crazy. And, people have accepted that, this is who you are. You're not going to change. This is what it is. This is who you are. This is who you've always been. And this is who you're going to be in the future. And then this concept of fear mongering. If you don't let me get my way, we're going to revert to the past, how our forefathers worked. Okay. Yeah, that ain't gonna work for you though. But go for it. Since y'all so gangsters, and y'all go for it. Have your little marshmallow army try to take on the world. See how it work out for you. But I'm gonna leave it at that. Tell me what you think. Catch you on the next one. Peace.